So this is a question that I want us to discuss together. So this is an exam question under concentration, more concept, I can just say stoichiometry calculations. The question is saying, in an experiment to prepare a salt, so we want to prepare a salt. By definition, we understand that a salt is a compound formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid are fully or partially replaced by a metal or ammonium. That is a salt. So Elena reacted 3.0 grams of magnesium oxide with 40.0 cubed centimeters of nitric acid of concentration. We've got concentration which is what? 2.0 moles per cubed dense meters. It's a wonderful question. Then the first question is saying, write a balanced chemical equation. So we want to come up with a balanced chemical equation. So we've got this student that is reacting magnesium oxide with this acid we are calling nitric acid. Magnesium oxide is like this. So magnesium oxide, this is how we write it. It is reacting with what? Nitric acid. How do we write nitric acid? Nitric acid is just like this. What is the name of the salt that is formed? So there's a secret that I want to give you. This is one compound, this one thing. I'll say this is one, this carboxyl, I'll say two. I'll say this is one, this is a radical, so just say that is two. So the one that is here will go with a 2. So magnesium will go with a nitrate that is here. So together we shall call it magnesium nitrate. Like this is how we are going to call it, magnesium nitrate. And a 2 there. This 2 is coming from magnesium, because we understand that magnesium is in group 2, so it has got a valence of 2. But a nitrate, it is a radical, it has got a valence of 1. So it is going to be like this, then plus. This is hydrogen that has remained. It is going to react with oxygen that is there. What are we going to form this side? We are going to form water. So this is an equation. So let me just lab this. This is a secret that I've just given you. Some of you get to face challenges. How can I know that it is magnesium that is formed? You just label them 1, 2, 1, 2. This, we get to count this as one thing. So this is how we get to know that, okay, the one that is here will go with a 2. The 2 will go with the one that is there. So that 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how they are going to be followed. So we now balance this. We say, how can we balance this? Magnesium 1, yeah, magnesium 1. Nitrate, we've got a 2 here. Okay, we put a 2 here for nitrate, so that it is balanced. So when I put a 2 here for nitrate, so hydrogen 2, hydrogen 2. Oxygen 1, oxygen 1. Okay, so I think the equation is balanced. So just like this, we've balanced this one. We now move on to the next question. Calculate the number of moles of the first one, magnesium oxide. So number of moles for magnesium oxide. How can we find the number of moles? Magnesium oxide, we are given this statement. They are telling us to say 3.0 grams. Since they have given us mass, which means we are going to use that formula where we get the masses. So we are going to say number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. I guess you remember this formula, where we say number of moles is equal to, what is the mass? The mass is what? 3. So 3.0 grams over, what is the molar mass? Magnesium oxide, it is like this. So we say 1 times, what is the mass number? 16. When we add, we find 16 there. When we multiply, this is 1. I say 1 times mass number 24. So there I've got a 24. When I add, this is 40. So grams per mole, since it is molar mass that I'm finding. So I write grams per mole, since it is the molar mass. So a 40 is the molar mass for this one. So I say 40 grams per mole. So therefore, what would be the answer? If I divide now, you get your calculator, you say 3 divide by 40. What is your answer? 0.075. Then I say moles. Moles of what? Magnesium oxide. I've calculated. So this is the answer. This is how I just need to answer it. I'm done. I move now to the next question, which is dilute nitric acid number of moles. So if I understand the question very well, they are telling me to say that if this magnesium oxide was reacting with 40.0 cubed centimeters of nitric acid with concentration of that, since they have mentioned the keyword concentration, I'm going to use the formula for concentration, where I know that concentration is equal to number of moles over volume. So if I want to find the number of moles, this is same as number of moles is equal to concentration multiplied by volume. This is what I need to do. So I say, okay, which is equal to concentration, it is 2 times the volume should be in cubed decimeters. How then do you change? You were given that 40. To change it to cubed decimeters, you divide by 1000. So we divide by 1000. What answer are we going to get? So everything, if you are not sure, better use a calculator, because you can even fail things that you already know. We get what? 0.04. So it is now cubed decimeters. I'm going to write it 0.04. So I'll just say, therefore, number of moles is now equal to, if I multiply there. So this same answer, 0.04 multiplied by 2. What is the answer? 0.08. Have you seen? 0.08 moles. Of what? Moles of this one, nitric acid. So nitric acid. This is the answer. I'm done. This is what I'm supposed to do. So these are questions I need to answer. This is what I'm supposed to do. Now, the question that I need to have here, or the question that I need to ask myself, which one? I've got the last question here. So I've got the last question here. The question is saying, determine the limiting reagent. So how can we determine the limiting reagent? It is now time for us to determine the limiting reagent. So how can we determine the limiting reagent? This question can confuse you if you are not careful. Because if you look at an equation there, you can say that the one that is a limiting reagent is this one, because the number of moles are less. This one is having 2. But because of these 2, this one, which means that the magnesium oxide, this is what you are going to do. Here, the number we've used to balance is 1, and we've managed to calculate the number of moles without considering that balance equation. So what we are going to do is that this one, we divide it by 1, we are just going to get this one. If you get this answer that is here, get to divide it by 2. That 2 that is there. So this answer that is here, the same answer that we are getting, when we divide it by 2, when we say divide 2, we are going to get 0.04 moles of what? Of this one. So it's covered that these ones are now less compared to that, where you are just... So how can you answer this? To just show you how to answer this, even as we continue, those of you that are interested to start tuitions with me, WhatsApp now on my number, which is 0971 066747. WhatsApp me +26 0971 066747. So that is my number. So what we are going to do here, we've got magnesium oxide. So let me show you, this is what you are going to do. Magnesium oxide, we are having how many? We are having 0.075 moles. The number that is there on the balance equation, it is just a what? A 1 that is there. So we divide it by 1 to get their simplified number of moles. So we are still going to get 0.075 moles. We go to this one, nitric. So we go to the nitric one. So nitric, it is like this. It has got 0.08 moles, isn't it? It is having those moles. So what I need to do, the number on the balance equation, we've got a what? We've got a 2. So we are going to divide by 2. So we divide it by 2. So I say divide 2. What will be the answer? The answer I'm going to get is 0.04 moles. So if I ask you now, which one is the limiting reagent? Which one is the limiting reagent here? You're just going to tell me, therefore, nitric acid. Therefore, nitric acid, which is HNO3. This one, nitric acid, is the limiting reagent. Is the what? Is the limiting reagent. So this one is the limiting reagent. You need to be careful with such questions in an exam. So this is where we are going to end from. Like I said, those of you that want tuitions, you can WhatsApp me on this number. This video is public. So if you want to join my online classes, you WhatsApp me on this particular number. This is my number. And those of you that are on Facebook, don't forget to follow me on my Facebook platform. This is the name I use. So don't forget to follow me on Facebook. This is my name that I get to use. Harrison Jezuru Tutor. This is my name on Facebook. So follow me on Facebook so that we get to have a family there. So this is where we are going to end from. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for staying attentive up to this. Those of you under my online lessons, you agree with me. This is a question I gave you. So if you were not finding answers like this, then you were making a mistake somewhere. So this is something that is simple, and this is how we were supposed to answer that particular question. We end here. Don't forget to follow me on this channel or page. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much.